the video lesson of CCL Public School, CCL Giridi. I am S. Bandyopadhyay. Today we are going to discuss a history chapter of class 6. The name of the chapter is Studying the Past. History is the study of old records, and it brings information of the past to the present time. It is a study of achieving a process through which the old happenings come systematically to us. History does not depend on the facts. It depends mainly on the it depends on the facts that is we are getting from our different sources. It is not based on imagination. It is dependent on the facts, and that facts is supported by many sources getting around us. History is generally categorized in two ways: prehistory and history. Prehistory is a time when the art of writing was unknown, and we get the information of prehistory in the form of skeleton, pottery, weapons, bones, and like that. And we examine that thing on the basis of carbon dating and get information out of it. Next one is history. History is a period when the writing was started. People started writing dates, records something, the name of the place and other informations they have written on the Bhojpatras, palm leaves, in the form of inscriptions. We have seen that in the modern history, generally we discuss in such a way that modern history can be divided into three periods: ancient, medieval, and modern. And sometimes we talk about the time. In history, generally we say AD. It is not after death. It is called Anno Domini. And this period is insisting us to measure the time, like in the name of the Lord. There is the time of the birth of the Jesus. That is AD. And we consider the time into way BCE and CE. BCE is the time before AD, and after AD, the time we are getting in history today, we are writing as CE, Common Era. Like, for example, we can write CE 2015. So now we have to see that the evidences we are getting from the historical developments at the time, that historical evidences prove us or express in front of us the lifestyle of the people, the religious, economic matters of that period. And mainly historical developments can be measured, and proper information we get from the sources. And the sources are mainly two types: archaeological sources and literary sources. Archaeological sources are such sources which were hidden under the ground, and we have taken it out either by common people, either by historians, and from that things which were under the ground, and we taking it out, and by observing it, by explaining it, we can get the information of it. Archaeological sources are like we can say inscriptions, coins, monuments, skeletons. Inscriptions, for example, we know about the achievements of King Ashoka. During the time of Ashoka, we have seen many inscriptions written, engraved on the rocks, the walls of the caves, and that inscriptions give us the idea of the language of the period. How the inscription was written? It was written on such a place where the people can see it. Inscriptions manifest many things: the social life of the people, the artifacts, the everyday matter of that period. And if we try to examine the inscriptions, we need to go through a study. The study of inscription is called epigraphy. Next is coin. Coin was also a very important factor which give us very good sources. Coins were made with gold, silver, and many other metals which were invented at the time. And sometimes we have seen leather coins also. Coins reveals us the social conditions, what type of weapons they used, what were the kings at the time, the animals, the domestic animals around them. All these things also revealed through the coins. And the coins are found in many parts of India and also in abroad, and that gives us that proof that India had linked with the other country also. And the study of the coins reveals many knowledges, and the study of the coins can be called numismatic. Now, the most other important part is that monuments. We know that historical monuments, the palaces, the temples, the mosques, the other buildings of that period, which gives us the idea of the material used in that building, the art and architecture of that period, how it is developed. So monuments reveals us also that how the people made these buildings and what the buildings architecture reveals to us, and also that we have seen other point that is we have found here, that is the skeleton. The skeleton of a human being at that period also provide us some source materials like this, that the students of the skeleton study, they delicately try to examine that and try and keep and they have taken some sources and they have revealed some information like that. Some skeletons they have found that of the pelvic and the hip area is very broad, and that means that skeleton belongs to a woman. Some skeleton had ornaments, and that reveals that skeleton belongs to women, not of man. And the others, the most important sources we can see. One of the most important sources, that is the literary source of material. That is the written part. Written part of the that period. Literary source. We have seen that there they had the historical literature was there. We have seen that religious literature was a very important part of it, where we found that the Vedas written in Sanskrit, religious literature, the Vedas, we can talk about the Vedas, we can talk about the religious books of the Buddhists written in Pali, and religious books of the Jains written in Prakrit. These are the religious literature which provides the source to us. In case of non-religious literature, we have seen that poems, stories, sometimes epics. We can mention here the name of Abhigyan Shakuntalam written by Kalidas, or a very important turning book and the written material that is called Arthasastra, written by Kautilya. These are the non-religious literature we have found at the time. At the same time, we have seen that the kings wrote about the biographies and about their the kings wrote autobiographies, and some biographies are also there. They give us the essence of historical literature, and we have seen that the scholars also some written some documents you can call the secular literature, that we can consider it that written by the foreign accounts, travelers, they wrote the foreign accounts like their Phinian, Megasthenes, And the other day we talk about the Barnier. They wrote the accounts of that period. It also gave us that idea that what was how the lifestyle of the people at the time, what was the social and economic and religious beliefs of the people. In the writing of Megasthenes, we have got the descriptions of the beautiful palaces of Chandragupta Maurya. So these are the things we get as a literary source, which give the evidence that we had a very glorious past and glorious heritage we are consuming. At the same time, the precious ideas which we are getting from the past, they are surely will build a more rich future in case of studying the history and revealing many things which were hidden in the past, and with that precious experience we can make our future more better to go through the subjects like history. Thank you.